Hi, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Living the Dream Outdoors TV. I'm your host, Cody Lucas, and this week we went through some old archive videos, and some of you may or may not know, but I used to own and host a television show with a friend of mine, Terry Montgomery, and it was called Outdoor Vigilantes. That was like a decade ago, but we found some good turkey hunt episode and footage that we thought we would share with you. Turkey season's right here, right now amongst us. Matter of fact, next week I get to run to Mississippi and hunt turkeys, and then I come back and I go to Mexico and then on to Oklahoma and Nebraska. So things are getting ready to get fired up. What a better time to find some excellent turkey footage to share with you guys. So you're going to see Terry and I and some clips from back in the old days, like a decade ago, and when my kids were small. And you know, we're all about the kids. So watch this. The first clip is going to be my son Peyton. He's like 13 or 14 years old, running the camera over my shoulder with archery equipment, and we've got a turkey at like 12 yards, and we can't get it together. When he's on it, I'm not. When I'm on it, he's not. And you can hear the frustration. You can hear the breathing picking up, and it didn't help that I was a lot bigger boy back then. You can tell I look a little different, but I tell you what, my passion couldn't have been any stronger. So stick with us, watch this, see what you think, and I think you're going to like it. Now I'm shifting around with my bow, and Peyton's shifting around with the camera, and we've got one at about 12 yards, but this is thick stuff behind the blind. It's set up on the edge of a thicket where it kind of opened up into the bigger timber, and they're staying in that thicket, and I come to full draw 2 or 3 times, but when I could shoot, Peyton couldn't get him on the camera, and when Peyton had him on the camera, I didn't have a clear shot. I was about to pull my hair out. Well, as you see, I had to watch him cobber strut and walk right out of my life because we just couldn't get on the same page, and I didn't want to let that arrow fly and not have it on film.
Son, that's a sick feeling when you got the turkeys right there and you want to close the deal, but the cameraman tells you no.
Oh, that's a sick feeling, isn't it? Whew.
You're on the camera.
I'm on it.
You on it?
Yes.
There we go. Are you on it?
Yes.
Which one? The back one? There's two.
I am on the... Never mind.
Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become.
At Living the Dream Outdoor Properties, we believe it all starts with a love for the land. From working cattle ranches to hunting retreats, large timber tracts to river and lake hideaways, we value the tradition and freedom that land gives us. We appreciate your business and thank you for choosing Living the Dream.
To get where you want to be in life, as a man, as a dad, as a hunter, you will carry some heavy loads, and through them we realize that virtues like strength and reliability matter most. From ourselves and our gear. Ultimately what matters is not the weight of the load, but how we carry it. Alps Outdoors.
It's not long when Peyton says, "Dad, look," and you could see tail fans out in the cedar thicket, and you could see them out there strutting. I'd call to them, and they'd gobble everything I'd throw at them, but they just wouldn't come on in. Finally, after a while, I realized they're turning and they're going to go on over the hill, and we're not going to get a shot at them. So I look over at Peyton and I said, "Heck with that bow." I said, "Hand me that old Winchester, and you'll see what happens next." I tell you what, it has been crazy. We've been chasing these two old gobblers up here on this ridge for 3 days now, and they're just wise to the game. Had a close call with my decoys. Like the second day, my son crippled one that got away, and the other two with him just got educated. Put the decoys out, they spook. This morning we thought, you know what, we're not going to put no decoys out. We're just going to get out here and see if we can't close the deal. We got out here this morning, and I got my son Peyton. He's 14 years old, helping me run the camera, and I'm really proud of him. He done really good. We had those two big toms come in full strut. We had 4 hens down here in front of us, but the gobblers stood over there and gobbled, wouldn't come on in, and the hens went to him. So we didn't get the footage like we normally would get, but these old birds are
they're just wise. And we decided to take what we could get. This is our third day after those two jokers. And, well, at least we got one of them. And you got to see it. Wow, that was something. Be fine, buddy. That's what I'm talking about right there. The beer on the joke. Oh, gosh. Beer must be a foot long. That is a horse. That was a 67-yard shot. More Winchester. I don't come up and choke. I hit him a little low. More than I planned. And it blowed feathers out of him. So, that is good. Well, folks, there he is. I tell you what, it was a morning. These old gobblers been out foxing us. Spooked from the decoys the first setup. Just scrambling around trying to get these guys. We've been after these two wise birds for a couple of days now. Actually, this is our third morning. Everything we tried is like they were taking us to school, man. I mean, they were just schooling us. So finally this morning we slipped in here. We didn't put no decoys out or nothing. Just started calling it, doing it old school. And I called in some hens, and these 4 hens come in. And they start calcing, and these little toms got to gobbling. They've been quiet all morning. They only gobbled a couple times on the roost, and they wouldn't even, they're just henned up still. But they started gobbling, and they only gobbled a couple times on the ground. And next thing I know, I could hear them drumming. And we looked out, and here these 2 big dudes was, and the hens decided to go to them. And we're like, you gotta be kidding me. And they stood out there about 70 yards. The hens go to them. And I thought, I've had it. It's time to school one of these old birds. And I knew my shotgun, I knew I could make that shot. It was like 68 yards with that comp and choke in my shotgun. 3.5-inch number 5 Winchesters I knew. And I put the smack on. It's unreal. You saw it. 68-yard shot.
Browning has been the best there is in guns and accessories since 1878, and Browning Camping is no exception. When in pursuit of the next trophy, when failure is not an option, when your endurance will be tested, when your performance level can only be the best there is, you must have camping gear that will ensure that you're protected, rested, and ready for tomorrow's hunt. So get outfitted for your next adventure with a gear that is more reliable than anything else on the market. Best there is. Period.
Well, now we're back out in the turkey woods. It's youth season. I've got my daughter Haley with me. This is her first ever turkey hunt. All I've heard out of her, she wanted to go. And when she was 4 years old, her mom taught me into taking her. And that's the youngest I've ever taken a child, was 4 years old. And I really didn't think we'd see anything. But she cried and cried because I was taking her older siblings and I wouldn't let her go. So I take her behind the house, my wife and I take her. And it was just amazing. We was back home within an hour, had a big old gobbler killed. She got to see a deer come by, and she was perfect. And she was just, and from that moment, she was just hooked on turkey hunting.
Yes, it is, baby girl. Well, my daughter Haley is 6 years old. This is her first real turkey hunt. And I brought her over here to the family farm. She's pretty excited. As you can tell, she hasn't quit smiling since we left the house. We've got turkeys gobbling all over us, so it ought to be a pretty exciting morning. Hopefully they won't get all end up. They're roosted just on the ridge over from us. turkeys gobblers all morning long. And it's one of them mornings where they're henned up, and we're just going to have to wait until they break away from them hens and make another move, because they're just not having any of them.
Sometimes the best thing's a little patience. Just wait them out.
Gobblers gobbling everywhere. And look who's asleep. Only a 6-year-old. She went to sleep. Well, Haley falls asleep on me. She's in that blind all bundled up there. She goes to sleep. She's just snoring. I'm getting tickled at her.
Son, the apple don't fall far from the tree, does it?
I can't believe you said that. No, she does. She falls asleep. I can't blame her. You know, it's getting up there today, and we ain't heard nothing now since early morning. And I'm thinking, well, we're going to just break down and head back, because if you take a kid, you keep them out there, you force them to stay out there, it's not no longer fun to them, and they're not going to go back.
You burn them out real fast.
You can burn them out. So she's sleeping. She wakes up. I look at my watch. It's like noon, 12:30. It's getting hot now. She said, Dad, I want to go. And I said, well, you want me to call one more time? She said, try it one more time. I let out a big old yelp, and son, he sounds off, and he's close. I'm so shook up, I can't hold a take it trying to run the camera. Help a 6-year-old. Amazing, give me 5. I'm so proud of you, baby. We did it. Give us some knocks. We'll see what we got. Are you excited? I'm really excited. There's big old birds. It's a good bird, baby. They look like this. Here, show you. There, you got that side over there, and I'll hold this side here. We'll get him up here. say? Well, folks, my daughter Haley, 6 years old, and I come out turkey hunting today together, and it was a long day. We hunted hard at it's about 20 to 1. Season closes at 1 o'clock. We had 2 big gobblers gobble right down below the blind. They circled us fast. I tried to get Sis on it. She took a shot. Wound up knocking the bird down. We wound up having to get another shot off on the bird, but we was able to get him. And memories, that's the main thing. This is her first, actually her second hunt. She went with me when she was 4 years old. She's been my lucky charm. We killed one then. She got to watch me take a gobbler when she was 4. And but anyhow, she come out this morning with me, and she was getting kind of antsy. We've been out here before daylight. Here it is, almost 1 o'clock. But we got blessed, and it come together, didn't it? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think when they gobbled?
Well, it was good because we heard it like 7 times.
Gobbled a bunch, didn't they?
Yeah.
He wouldn't come out in the opening, though, would he? So you could get a good shot. He running behind the cedar bushes and just stuck his old head out. That's all he did. Isn't that good? Are you posing with him? Here, I'll help you. There you go. He's a big one. Pop up real quick. Get up. Now, see if you can pick your bird up, carry him back to the truck. Can you pick him up, carry him back to the truck?
Oh no.
You're going to be able to pick him up.
No.
Pick him up.
I can't. I can't. I can't, Dad. I
You
can't.
need Dad to help you a little bit.
Yeah.
Look at the beard on that rascal, see it? Look at the beard on that rascal. Make a heck of a team, don't we? Give me 5. I love you. You're going to love hunting, aren't you? Your whole life, you're going to love hunting.
Well, folks, I sure hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Turkey Hunts. We kind of turned back the hands of time and found some good hunts and thought we'd share it with you again. And wasn't that something to see little Haley at 6 years old shooting that turkey with her daddy? I tell you, she was a little trooper. She's been hunting turkeys with me since she was 4 years old. She's now 16, and she just lives for this stuff. So anyway, if you get a chance to take a kid out and go hunting, please do so and help us pass on our hunting heritage. And till next time, shoot straight.